Hello everyone, welcome to Sunny Side Up. Hope you're watching my Melbourne Diaries. Previous episode had some random shots of the city, like a walking tour. Everything that captured my eye while walking in the city was part of the episode. However, in this episode, I'm going to talk about 4 different and fun things which I'm calling my favorite things in Melbourne. वैसे तो मुझे वहाँ की most of the things काफी fascinating लगी, but these 4 that I'm covering in this episode stood out for me. The number of things that one can do in Melbourne city is quite huge. There are many walking guided tours of the city that you can take, which will take you to all the landmarks of the city. From the modern Federation Square, plazas, bars and restaurants by the Yarra River. In the South Bank area is the Arts Centre Melbourne, a performing arts complex, and the National Gallery of Victoria, with Australian and Indigenous art. The famous Melbourne Cricket Ground, MCG. And yeah, I experienced the hysteria that historical match between India and Pakistan evoked. It was crazy. I could easily make a full-blown movie out of those recordings. That is for later. The Docklands, DFO, the State Library, which is humongous, etc. etc. So as I said, there are a number of things that you can do in Melbourne. I will stop here and jump straight into the episode. Enjoy my favorite things. So, among the highlights of some of the things that I really enjoyed in Melbourne, the first one that stood out for me was a day visit to St. Kilda Beach. Not only is it a beautiful place, but I had the best time here since I visited this place along with some very interesting people, some of whom I was meeting for the first time in my life and some whom I knew very closely. I think any place can become beautiful and enjoyable if you have a great company. It definitely is a place that you should visit with your friends and family. Basically, you'll enjoy it if you go there in a group. It is Melbourne's most famous sandy beach, covering a stretch of about 700 meters. Since it was still winters, the water sports were not happening, but still it was quite crowded. I could see lots of cyclists, walkers, runners, families with their picnic baskets, enjoying and having a great time. There is a boardwalk, another walking track along the beach, and a bicycle track. Your visit to Melbourne is not complete until you spend a day at this beach. This beach offers amazing dining opportunities for visitors looking for a local experience. We went to a place called Captain Baxter and had some of the most amazing food there. They had a live band playing in the outdoors and we experienced great energy and vibe there. They were also hosting 2 weddings and we came across some very beautiful and dapper Aussies. St. Kilda is also known for its stunning views of the ocean waters and Melbourne skyline, and it lived to its reputation. I would suggest one should plan to be there in the afternoon so that you can enjoy the daylight as well as the evening buzz. Just across the beach is Luna Park, a small amusement park where you can enjoy some thrilling rides, amusing attractions, some lip-smacking food. In fact, I can confidently say that food anywhere in Melbourne is par excellence. Whether you eat at a fine dining or a food court or at a takeaway, you will never be disappointed. Moving on to the next highlight, and it was a play at the Princess Theatre. Firstly, the theatre itself was a highlight for me. It was beautiful. And secondly, the play was Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Harry Potter का नाम सुनते ही इंटरेस्ट अपने आप ही आ जाता है. So this is a play called Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, a play written by Jack Thorne from an original story by J.K. Rowling, John Tiffany and Thorne. After all those movies, I had great expectations from the play and I was not disappointed. The story begins 19 years ago after the events of the 2007 novel Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, and follows Harry Potter, now head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement at the Ministry of Magic, and his younger son, Albus Severus Potter, who is about to attend the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. So the plot is very interesting. I loved the play and everyone sitting around me gave a standing ovation to the artists. But once the play was over, there were many who were discussing the fact that Harry's son was portrayed as a gay and Hermione was played by a black actress is something which many of them could not digest. The play ends with Harry and Malfoy's sons as partners. Sorry for the spoiler, guys. There is so much of focus on inclusivity these days that it did not come as a surprise to me. But there were many in the audience who did not like these two aspects of the play. Anyways, what I liked was the overall show, the grandeur, the light tricks, the costumes, the set, the sound and light. Everything was fabulous. And I'm anyways a big fan of stage performances theatre. So for me, this stands out as one of the favorite things that I did in Melbourne. The play is still on at Princess Theatre, so don't miss it even if the ticket is a bit on the higher side. And I do not have any video clips of the play because for obvious reasons, you're not allowed to use the cameras while the play is on. Another very interesting thing that I did was visit the Loom show at Melbourne Convention and Exhibition Centre. MCEC is nestled in the heart of Melbourne along with the bustling South Wharf area. It was a very long but very interesting walk to reach the exhibition area. Okay, coming back to the Loom. It is a Van Gogh immersive experience which exhibits Vincent van Gogh's paintings in a VR format, wherein images or videos of the artist's work are projected onto walls, ceilings and floors, accompanied by animations, narrations and music, which transported us inside the worlds of history's most beloved artists. I'm certain you would have never experienced something like this. It was an extraordinary art exhibition. We entered the hall and there was a photos burst to life, which was a multi-sensory experience, projecting huge-scale versions of Van Gogh's works onto walls, columns and floors. Not a single brushstroke of his vibrant masterpieces will be missed as you become part of his collection, viewing each piece from new and unique perspectives. I was also very fascinated to see how people were sitting on the floor, lying on the floor, and enjoying the masterpieces. Sunflowers are the subject of some of Vincent van Gogh's most well-known paintings. He created his first group of sunflowers while living in Paris in 1887. The Louvre has a special room dedicated to sunflowers. Feeling inspired? Here's a chance at some drawing as you exit the exhibition. In Van Gogh's words, I sometimes think there is nothing so delightful as drawing. The next highlight was the Melbourne Sky Deck, which is the observation deck on the 88th floor of Eureka Towers. This is a 297 meters skyscraper located in the South Bank area. It's a residential building which was opened to public in 2007. It is currently the third tallest building in Australia, behind Q1 and Australia 108. At the base of the tower is an art installation containing bees inside a white box, resembling a man-made beehive. There are 2 regular-sized bees outside the box and then 1 queen bee on the top. The gold color of the bees complements the gold at the top of the tower. The sky deck features 20 viewfinders that help visitors to pinpoint numerous significant landmarks around all parts of Melbourne, along with several free binoculars. There is a small outside area called the terrace, which is closed in high winds. There is also a glass cube called the Edge, which extends itself 3 meters from the building to hang over the edge of the tower and add to the viewing experience. It was an overcast sky when we went, but that added to our experience since we felt literally on top of the clouds. Had a lovely time with the coffee from the cafe, and the VR tour of all the iconic sites is something that is not to be missed. By the way, the lift ride takes just about 39 seconds to cover the 88 floors. Height of speed, I must say. Moving on to the other 2 things that I enjoyed thoroughly, and they were gaming arcades called Holy Moly and Kingpin. Holy Moly is a mini golf in Melbourne's hidden laneways, a putt above the rest. I have been to the Smash Arena here in Gurgaon and their mini golf course, but this one was super fun with some crazy theme rounds. It's 80s, it's 90s, nice and nostalgic. And like our gaming arenas, they also had food and drinks available on site, and it is a very popular party place for both kids and grown-ups. When I was there, they had a birthday party and a corporate get-together taking place. Super fun. Second fun place was Kingpin Crown. It is probably one of the hottest hangout space and sought after spot in the South Bank area. Obviously we had a round of bowling and I lost. Not so badly to my young players, but basically had a smashing good time. And that was few of my favorite things. I hope you enjoyed. See you next Sunday. Until then, look up at Sunny Side Up.